Man, it is official. Stop playing with me, man. Tank Davis is the GOAT. We gotta just keep it a stack, keep it a whole bean. So, what am I talking about? I know the world wants to know. They like Boxing Ego. Please explain. No problemo. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because somehow, in some way, Tank Davis still seems to be the topic of conversation, a trending topic in the world of boxing, despite his fight has been over, his fight with Lamont Roach. Now, why else is this impressive? Not only is his fight over and done with, is he fought a name that wasn't even really a known name, and just like I've told you guys previously, Tank Davis, his opponents become stars after fighting him. Now, I know, some people are going to say, oh no, Ego, you lying. Am I? Let's look at it. Let's look at the actual factuals. So, Tank Davis fought against Ryan. Ryan still remained, on a star path, right? So, some could argue, but Ego, Ryan was already a star before he fought Tank. He was already popular. Fine. Let's look at Rolly. Rolly Romero was an undefeated fighter. He got knocked out by Tank, and fans love him. Everywhere Rolly goes, and he's gotten big opportunities like Pitbull Cruz, and now he's about to fight Ryan Garcia after Tank has already knocked him out, right? So that's one particular person. Another person would be Esau Pitbull Cruz. No one even knew who Pitbull Cruz was. Tank was supposed to fight Rolly. Rolly had legal issues or an investigation that needed tending to, and Pitbull had a good account of himself, got mad opportunities after, and people started checking for him after the Tank fight. Mario Barrios, same thing. His next fight was Keith Thurman after Tank stopped him. Keith Thurman at welterweight couldn't stop Barrios. He later becomes a champion. So, proof in the pudding versus, let's say, Keyshawn Davis. If Keyshawn Davis fights someone, make sure you guys subscribe, hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss a thing. When Keyshawn Davis fights somebody, a lot of times they just have a fight and then they disappear into irrelevance. Gustavo Lemos, no one's really heard from him. I doubt we'll hear much from Dennis Baranchank, especially about being a star. He looked horrible in the Keyshawn fight. Medueno, he later got knocked out by Oscar Duarte. And, no one Keyshawn has fought afterwards became a star. Pedraza, people saying he should retire, etc. Shakur Stevenson, same thing. He beat Padley. Padley didn't become a star. Maybe people respected him a little bit more for going 9 rounds with no camp. But Shakur didn't make none of these guys a star. Oscar Valdez, Artem Harutyunyan, Yoshino, Yoshino, right? None of these guys became a star. Fast forward to the future, Tank fights Lamont Roach, and just like the others, Lamont Roach, he's done more podcasts than I've ever seen before, right? He just did one with Andre Ward, and he continues to be interviewed. Nobody was checking for him before he fights Tank, and now people are still talking about it. Ironically enough, you have Jaron Boots Ennis, who is a talented fighter. He's getting ready to fight this weekend against Amantis Stanionis in a unification. And guess what? People are still talking about Tank, the knee, and his fight with Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach, a brand new interview with Andre Ward just dropped. Listen, he's still kind of complaining about the Tank fight. It's over, man. Like, to me, I don't think this helps. I understand he's doing a podcast. He's just answering questions and telling his opinion. But people are starting to really drag this at this point. I mean, at the end of the day, what happened. It sounds like they have a rematch. So while Tank Davis is out here working, there's leaked pictures of him training. You got Lamont Roach, who has not faced this limelight that he's now receiving. And guess what? He's trying to take full advantage of it. But while you're taking advantage of it, Tank is just in the lab training, trying to probably sharpen up and get ready for the rematch. So I don't see that as being a great sign going on this victory lap and, marathon for a draw. Like, boxing is getting insanely weird to me, right? Just a weird spot, weird media, weirdo fans, and some of those people, the usual suspects, are celebrating things that aren't really praiseworthy, if I'm being honest with you. Not really praiseworthy at all. Like, Edgar Berlanga gets dropped, loses every round to Canelo, baby, and he goes on a tour, like a victory lap tour, but there was no victory. He's celebrating. Yeah, he got paid, but you see him like publicly kind of celebrating a loss. Now Lamont Roach is, I guess his claim to fame is Tank took a knee and it should have been counted as a knockdown. I'm so over it. This is sounding like an Al Bundy story where he's talking about kicking the game-winning field goal at Polk High many years ago, but now you're a shoe salesman. Let's talk about something more current. And for me, the current is you're going to rematch Tank Davis. So what's the reason for all this chatter about this knee stuff? To me, it looks bad. You went to the commission, tried to get a resolution that you wanted by going directly to the commission. That didn't work out for you. So as a result, you tried the next thing, which is, going on a public campaign. So the commission, they denied you. They decided to keep the results the same, absolutely, which I predicted was going to happen. And you're still talking about it. Now you're on a tour, like doing a bunch of interviews, talking about the knee. I mean, I get it. My thing is this. Even if you feel you were wrong, how many different ways can you say it? Like, you're going on interview 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to say the same thing in essence. There's no like new finding, like, oh, we found out Tank popped dirty or this and that, or here's some hidden BTS behind the scenes stuff, or there was a glove fiasco. There's no new reveal here. It's literally just the same thing, griping about the knee, and Tank took a knee and how it was handled. You got to get over it at some point. So for me, I don't really see this as being the right move for Lamont Roach. That's my personal opinion. I think you would be better off trying and training and just trying to get a convincing win in the rematch instead of like talking about it. There's nothing to talk about. The commission wasn't effing with you. People feel how they feel about it. You're likely getting a rematch. See, that's why I got to give Tank a lot of credit, because Tank could easily, for different reasons, say F Lamont Roach. He could be like, Lamont Roach is doing too much crying and complaining. I ain't giving him no looks. I'm the A side. How many fights where like Lomachenko loses to Teofimo? They never did a rematch. Canelo lost to Bivol. He lost to Mayweather. He ain't done no rematch with them. So you see non-black fighters, oftentimes they have controversies or fights that were close. There's no expectation for certain fighters to do an immediate rematch, if not a rematch in general. Triple G, he had a close fight with Danny Jacobs, right? No rematch. He just moved on with his career and left that in the past. He had a close fight with Gervonta, same thing. He just moves on, right? So Tank could easily do that if he wanted to. But as we know, for black fighters, the standard is different. Jermell Charlo has a close fight with Harrison, immediate rematch. He has a close fight with Brian Castano, especially when there's controversy. He does a rematch. Ward has a close fight with Kovalev, Floyd, and Castano, Floyd, and Maidana, and now Tank. And in all these situations, you have a black fighter, Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran, do an immediate rematch. But when Tyson Fury has a close fight with Otto Vailene in controversy, he don't have to rematch him. He just moves on about his business. You know what I mean? So Tank could easily say, Lamont Roach, he's doing too much. I'll never give him another shot and move on with his career as A-side. But he's not. Tank could easily be like, I don't want to rematch this guy. It's too dangerous. But he's not. So shout out to Tank Davis.